the ultimate, movie that Tommy made, The Room is so weird and bizarre and not what we think of when we think of an artistic triumph. In another way, The Room is a success. I read the book, and all I really knew about Tommy was what I read in the book, and he kind of came off like a tyrant. And it's understandable because, he'd been told no his whole life and that he would never make it. And so he developed this understanding that if he ever wanted to get anywhere, he would have to do it himself, that he could only depend on himself and maybe his friend Greg. And so I knew I wanted to tell this story, but I was a little wary of him. I didn't know what he would think about me playing him, or if he even would let me, have the rights to his life. And so we did this call. It was me and Tommy and Greg. So he just said, so who'll play me? And I was like, I didn't want to say, I was thinking about playing you in case he didn't like that idea. I was like, I don't know, Tommy, who do you think? And he was like, wow, how about Johnny Depp? And I was like, wow, I laughed a little bit, and he was like, why are you laughing? Okay, Tommy, if you give me the rights, I will ask Johnny Depp. And then Greg said, well, how about you, James? And I still didn't know, I learned later that the two people that Tommy wanted were Johnny Depp or me. I guess I was second choice, but I kind of sheepishly was like, oh, yeah, that's an idea. Oh, what an idea. Tommy said, yeah, I've seen your stuff, James. You do some good things, you do some bad things. I'm like, all right, thanks. But he gave it to me, and I realized later that, yeah, I had been his second choice, but it wasn't the movie that Tommy intended to make, but it did elicit reactions from audiences and has given audiences something and given them enough to keep this movie in theaters for 14 and a half years, which is kind of amazing. And people come back and watch it over and over again. I've seen the thing 40 times. This is a particular kind of failure. It's on one level, I guess you could say it's a failure in the sense that he didn't make what he intended, but what piece of art, is exactly like the artist intended, especially a movie.